It's a real problem. So he stops and goes back. Takes some time, and it's a mess and terrible, and I just don't know what to do anymore. I mean, if you could help me, I would be eternally grateful for that. I can come to Netherlands. I would do anything. I live in France, close to Paris. Well, I'd love to have your help. Thank you.
So Delphine, first of all, you are not alone. It's important to remember that a lot of people have situations like this. The important part about the story is that we're of course focusing on the symptom, what actually ends up happening. And we have this sort of highlight reel in our mind of the thing that's going wrong. And we focus a lot on that particular moment. It might even be in the hold. It might even be that first center line. And so we get fixated on the symptom or the outcome or what's showing up that's revealing the insecurity. What's really important is that we are able to go back and analyze what the cause is. Now, if your horse is doing really great at home and everything's going good in the training, and even if you are able to ride through the test and everything is good in your normal training situation, it's important that we find out in the process where the insecurities start to build up and then be able to diagnose where they're coming from. Of course, the process of going to a show, there are a lot of things that happen. One is what's happening in our own body. So do we have an expectation? Maybe also because of your previous experience. Maybe an anticipation of it may be happening again. So it's as important for the horse to go through a process as you, so that you can recreate a different sensation and energy and a different highlight reel in your mind, that it goes really well. And often this can happen where we end up saying it goes really good at home but not at the show, and we create our own changes in our physiology that we know it's not happening at home, so we're free and riding and doing all of those things. These are of course the subtle things that we have to be aware of in order to, when we find the cause, to make sure we don't bring that back on ourselves because of that other compensation pattern playing off in our body. We have to be able to first understand what's going on inside the body. So where are the tension points? Because of course a blocking, a stopping is coming from the horse's body going into a state of a reflex, non-conscious reflex pattern to stop. So being able to go through and feel how that is in order for the horse to understand what's going on. Then we want to be able to create a connection or a good order of movement in order for the horse to find a connection, a good dialogue in their body through a groundwork pattern, so that the horse feels in that moment that he has a connection with the body and he can find the direction of energy to be able to bring him out of that problem. We have to work on these things as skills at home. We then have to be able to go through the motions of going to the test. With horses like this, I often go through the routine of even planning up at home. Go back into the arena, feel how the body is. Does something change? Bring some awareness to the body through the patterns, through the groundwork, through our tension release. Does tension build up somewhere just by putting the plats in? What is the process of loading to go somewhere? Does the horse understand about being a masterful loader and an ultimate traveler? Is there anxiety and things building up in the body on the way to the show? When we arrive, how is that? So the initial sort of feeling out what's actually going on, what is the cause? Is he tightening up in the sternum? Does he get tight and short in the neck? Do the front legs get in the ground? Can we move and open the front leg in a moment of tension? How is the basic movement? So that then we can go through this as our test formula when you go to the truck or the trailer, when you arrive at the show. What's also really important is that you bring those tools and that awareness and that focus of self, yourself and himself. You're going to break the routine, which is really important. So you're not going in, making the same warm-up, making some adjustments in the warm-up, working him more, working him less, trying to get him more supple, working on it instead of having an awareness of it. so a diagnosis. So then you will go in, what you learn from the groundwork patterns and the tension release, you then feel when you're in the warming up. So not a normal warming up. If you have the possibility for familiarization, so going in, walking in hand, feeling the body, in the place where you have to perform, how is the body operating? Is it already getting inside the white fences and starting to build up tension? So you have to be able to test and diagnose and measure what's going on in the horse's body, bring some an awareness to the horse of what's going on, so he's able to break the pattern. You give him the power to be able to have the independence and the knowledge that he can change how he feels in that moment. When a horse is blocking and stopping, in the body, they are feeling that they don't have an option at that moment, that it is how it is, and I can't, even if I wanted to go forward, I couldn't, because my body's then in a predict and protect, a flight-fight reaction. It goes into shutdown mode. And how do we bring the horse back into a position where he feels like he's in control of the situation? And our focus has to be on that skill, not on how do I get up the center line and be able to halt and proceed, but how do I get the horse to feel that he can be confident, relaxed, and his body tells him it's okay. And so going through that process, the simulation, going to another location and going through this process where you don't have to compete, so that you're able to train in this moment. You're able to have the conversation of where is the tension, how can you move in a way in your body that your body frees up and your body says, yes, I can go. And focus directly on that, because of course whatever we focus on is what improves. And if we are focusing only on the exercise will improve, but the confidence in another place, which is the problem, will not improve, and then the symptom will keep appearing. So being able to simulate that, go through the motions, making this actual exercise then connected to the skills that you now have. You have your new toolkit, awareness of the body, opening of the body, and then being able to execute only that movement and let the horse feel that that is a celebration of this new sensation you want him to have. So really make that also a focused process. Building that up, going through the motions of that will give you all the information, because actually all the information you need is in your horse and in yourself. It's not that you need something magic from me. I can give you a short guideline, but the rest of the information, when having the right focus and when trying to find out what the cause is, will present itself. So I'm looking forward to seeing the next installment, and congratulations for sharing your little moment, and a moment that's not the one you want, of course, but it is the moment that's going to give you the information you need for things to improve for you and your horse.